Hey everybody, what's going on? John Haddock here from Think About Comics, joined by
your boy William Bethea.
Today we're going to be talking about X-Men issue 19. What do you think, man?
Oh man, classic. This right here gave you what we've all been waiting on since Arrival to the Top. This is what I want. Everett on the top. I want him showing who he is, the leader he can be, how powerful he can be, how strong he can be, working in the system. This is the issue I've been looking for since Generation X. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is what I want. Look, we got Wolverine X-23. She was in it, doing a thing, showed the relationship between the two. It was beautiful. It was blossoming. It was growing. They've been in the Vault for years, in and out of trouble. You had Darwin in this, who ended up being why the children in the Vault ascended to a new level. That was crazy, but hey, here's the thing. If Xavier sends you in there to observe and report, that's what they did, and they tried to figure out a way to get out. Now, the only issue I got is, why didn't Xavier send him in there to not just observe and report, but destroy? You know what I'm saying? Because we all knew the longer you in there, the more they have the ability to not only adapt to you, but capture you. And that's the only thing that bothered me. They were in there so long that they weren't trying to cap cats. They was just trying to study. And the thing is, sooner or later, this place is alive. It's going to adapt to you. And it's going to get you. And that's what ultimately ended up happening. So, hey, look, I mean, I hate to say it, but, you know, I would have sent the other Wolverine in there. Because I'm telling you, I mean, look, you can't have 3 people in there that ain't about taking care of business too. So, I mean, it was a great issue. It was a great issue.
Yeah, I like the storyline of the people of the Vault. I think they're going to be a really cool villain, because I think that's just what this whole series has been missing and lacking. It's just villains. Yeah. Because everybody, it's turning into a political drama, especially with the councils and all this, you know, backward West Wing BS. It felt like, okay, there's a good conflict. There's a great story. I hate the graphs. I hate when they do that in comic books. Just tell me the story. But I had to read this to make sense of what was going on, which I understood why they did. He didn't want to tell that story. He just said, oh, hey, look, this is what happened. Since you get some bag, this is what happens here. The problem that I have, and it's continuously been with the X-Men line, is we have titles that really don't do anything. You think about it. Like X Factor doesn't... Like, if X Factor stopped tomorrow, cool. Wouldn't affect the main line. If they're getting rid of Cable, that book didn't affect this book the whole lot, except when they fought the monsters through the set. That was the only time. New Mutants, not so much. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just named 3 of like the 10 X-Men books out there that don't really apply. My thing is, you introduced this Vault thing, what, 8 or 9 issues ago?
You introduced the Vault thing through Fallen Angels.
Well, no. Okay, so that was out the gate.
Yeah.
And now we're just now getting to it. I feel like they start plot lines in these stories, and then they don't continue them. Instead, the next issue, they introduce something else. Like, why wouldn't they tell that story while it's fresh with me? Instead of waiting all the way after your crossover event, after all of this stuff, to be like, oh, hey, remember these guys? Because I forgot. I'd be like, oh, yeah, they went in. That was that one issue. Let me go find it. Let me read it. Because the last issue focused on them, and then this issue finished on them, I had to get back into it. I shouldn't have to do that with a mainline series. Like, this is their main book, and it's ongoing. I should only have to do that with an older book. Like, okay, you know, I pick up this story. Well, wait a second. Why do these characters don't like each other? And then you tell me, oh, back in this series, this is what happened. Then I go read that series. I should not have to do that with an ongoing series, a book that I've been following. Wait. Oh, yeah, wasn't that one? Oh, go back 7 issues, because the past 7 before that one did nothing to tell this story. But that's my problem with the X-Men line.
Okay, but I gotta say this. This is something that hasn't been done before. Hickman jump-started this whole thing with House and Powers.
Yeah, it's been done before.
So, not like this.
Yeah, there was like 30 X-Men titles in the 90s.
Okay, but
well,
wait
not
a minute.
30, probably
but
like
there
13.
were a lot of X-Men titles, but they were going off the previous history.
Yeah.
This is what we're saying. We're saying that it's all congruent, or the continuity is ingrained with them saying, all right, we're together because Maura McTaggart said.
Yeah, but I'm not
Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying just in a release strategy. Why wouldn't you release? They go into the vault.
Yeah.
And then the issue previous.
Yeah.
Was it 18? Issue 18. Issue 19. Issue 18.
Yeah.
We saw them fight everybody. Why wouldn't you go? They go to the vault. Then they fight the people, and then this issue when they get out and establish them as a villain. Why would you have a month of gap between all the X titles to finish the story?
Because you got a lot going on.
And that's the problem. You shouldn't have that issue when you have so many books. This should have been its own miniseries. They should have got rid of one of these meaningless titles and say, hey, look, these guys are going to be a big deal.
None of them are meaningless.
Yeah, man, they are.
None of them
Yeah,
are
they are.
meaningless.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
telling you.
It's from me.
I
They
feel
are.
you. But, okay, so as an X-Men fan, and seeing how this story is developing, they are making all the books relevant to the position of House and Powers.
I read X Factor. I was like, whatever.
Okay, so X Factor.
Fallen Angels was stupid. That's why I got canceled after like the third issue. Did they
Fall-
even release that issue?
Fallen Angels did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Not so?
Wait a minute. It told a story. And I guarantee you, when you get to the end of this Hickman line, you're going to go back to Fallen Angels. Hey, look, whoever in this going to go back to Fallen Angels. Because a lot was exposed. I think this is going to be one of the runs that you can say classically, once you read it all, it's almost as good as a Claremont run.
I mean, they're trying to set it up like a Claremont run. When you look
it's going to be awesome.
Because, I mean, think about it. You brought up the Claremont runs. So if you look at how they did it, he was in charge of, Chris Claremont was in charge of all, he started the New Mutant line. Mm-hmm. He started the Wolverine one. Mm-hmm. He started the Excalibur.
Yeah.
You had Excalibur. He didn't do X Factor because that's when the X Factor 1 brought back Jean.
Yeah.
He wasn't on that. I'm trying to think which other ones. So you had X-Men, you had that, and then he did the ones with Jim Lee. Mm-hmm. And then he did the crossovers with back when they were like Fall of the New Mutants. Like he oversaw those. I'm pretty sure.
But he didn't oversee the tie-ins with the Avengers.
No,
he didn't do the tie-ins with the Fantastic Four. Oh God,
we'd have to look that up. Yeah. I don't know if
it wasn't him
because I know Byrne was doing. He left for Superman in the '80s to do Man of Steel.
What Claremont worked with a lot of people, but this is all going in the same line with what my boy doing with Venom. This is all going the same line of what what's my boy Cates, Donnie. They working together. So the lines of all this stuff, everything going on in this universe.
But Venom's taking up not as many books though.
Well, but King in Black.
But that's an event. I can't.
Wait a minute. The issues in King in Black are affecting.
Are you saying the X-Men book is an event?
I'm telling you, Hickman is making this X-Men run a complete event. It's a complete story. Everything matters. Everything from the Fantastic Four and what they did with Franklin to everything that's happening with Noel, all of this is going to connect into this universe.
We're going to see.
Everything is going to go. That's why Sword is so important, because they're going to have the mutants out in space, and watch. Donnie Cates' stuff is going to merge in there, and it's going to flow just as... I'm telling you, this thing is so plotted out, it is going to be epic.
Alrighty, well, the X-Men 19, pretty decent issue.
Yeah.
Hit us up in those comment sections. Give us that like. Give us that subscribe. And as always, thanks for checking us out.
We'll get back to you.
Yeah, I mean, we got the most optimistic X-Men fan ever. As always, we'll check you guys out later. See ya.
Peace.